Namaste. Hello everybody, good vibes. So today we're going to do a practice that's going to be conducive to maybe before you go to bed or when you first get up, possibly even before you start opening emails, and just kind of bringing it back down a little bit. So we'll close our eyes and place our palms down on the tops of our thighs and just take a couple of moments to check in with the breath. To feel the breath and to be in so many ways in sync with the breath. Instead of these gulps of air that we find ourselves taking, or even the holding of the breath. And to just soften. Breathing into a nice soft belly. We touch our hands together in prayer, and we place that prayer at our heart, and we bow the head. And as always, there's an intention, right? There's an offering. There's something behind this practice. There is far more to it than just how we move the bodies. Breathing in, chins lift. Gently release your palms down and open up the eyes. Take a deep breath in and stretch the arms up and look up. As you exhale, bring the arms down, walk your hands forward and coming down almost like a child's pose, but cross-legged if that's possible. Let your head hang heavy. Allow your chin to drop into your chest and take some nice deep full breaths into the back of your body. Take some nice deep full breaths into yourselves. Inhaling and exhaling. You can take your hands out a little bit wider and walk them over towards the right. Adding a little bit of almost a twisting kind of action as you're walking your hands over to your right. Maybe you slide your left arm underneath your right forearm and place your left side ribs a little closer towards the ground. On the inhalation, slide that left arm out from under the right, walking the hands back through center, and then walk your hands over to the left. As you're walking your hands over to the left, feel free to shift a little bit on your seat, adding some smaller, some softer movements into the practice. And again, as always, being more mindful of the breath than any other aspect. Using the breath to create space. Maybe you walk your right arm, your right hand underneath your left arm, and then you twist a little bit. Bring your right side body a little closer towards the ground. Breathing into these different movements, noticing how the breath takes a little bit of a different shape. And then you can slide your right arm out from underneath of your left arm and bring your hands back towards center. Walk your hands back in towards you, coming back up to a seated position, rocking back and stretch the two legs forward. Extending through your legs, flexing through your feet again. Inhale and stretch the arms up, look up. As you exhale, come forward softly. Try to keep a nice lift in your chest. Settle your arms towards the tops of your legs instead of just bringing the hands to the floor and trying to pull yourself over your legs. Just allow your belly to come either close to the tops of your thighs or maybe even on your thighs. Lifting up through your chest. Full deep breath in. Out of your mouth, exhale the breath. Walk your hands back up your legs, shifting back again. Bring your hands to the ground behind you. Bring your heels to the ground. Shift your knees over in one direction. Open your chest the opposite. Inhaling, bring the knees back to center, and then exhale, shift your knees the opposite. Inhaling again, same thing. Rock your knees over to one side, opening up your chest to the opposite. Bend the elbows, soften the shoulders. Inhale, bringing the knees back to center, and then as you exhale, drop the knees to the opposite side, opening your chest. Inhale, coming back to center, and stretch your legs forward. Come onto your back body. Draw your two knees in. Knees are bent. Legs draw in towards the torso. Wrap your arms around your shins. Lifting up now and round. Squeeze the legs against the belly. Lift your head, lift your shoulders. And as you exhale, drop back down. Drop the soles of your feet to the floor, releasing your arms, and take the soles of your feet together. Supta Baddha Konasana. In your Supta Baddha Konasana, move your head gently back and forth. Try to close your eyes if you're able to, and just feel for the breath. Feel a sense of softening as you undo all these little places where tension, all these little knots that we have, not just in the physical body, but the mind. In your Supta Baddha Konasana now, you can take your hands to the outer edges of your thighs and draw your legs together. Pick your feet up off the floor and slip your arms inside of your legs, reaching for the inner or the outer edges of your feet. Ananda Balasana, happy baby pose. Rocking left and rocking right, and move your head the same direction, or you can rotate your gaze the opposite direction if that feels good. Bring your knees towards your armpits and really press your feet. They're flexed. Press them up towards the ceiling, keeping a bend in your elbows so that your shoulders, they have at least a chance of releasing to the floor. Next time you come back to center, take the arms out from in between the legs, wrap them to the outer edges of your legs, and roll over to your right side. As we breathe in, we're going to sit up, and then I'm going to ask you to come onto all fours, onto your hands and your knees. If it's not nice for you to bear weight on your knees, then you can come back to a cross-legged seat, but just swap out the leg that's in front. Okay, we're going to do some cow and some cat poses, and they can be very easily done in a seated position. Okay, so you don't need to struggle if it hurts your knee. Otherwise, if you're on your hands and your knees, your wrists, they're under your shoulders, looking to rotate the elbow creases forward. Inhale and open up. Exhale and round. Let go. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, round, and let go. Again, just like that. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, round, and really let go. Spread the shoulder blades. Inhaling, flat back, neutral spine. As we exhale, we're going to shift back onto our heels. We're going to stretch the two legs forward. If you are in a cross-legged position, now's your chance. Stretch your two legs forward. Keeping your left leg extended, let's bend the right knee, and let's bring that right leg in, and let's just rock it a little bit to the right and to the left. Rocking it back and forth, forth and back. And then you can cross your right leg all the way over your left leg, and it's like a half of a Gomukh Shasana. Place the right knee down on top of the left knee and walk your hands down your left shin. Draw the elbows in towards the inner and outer left leg. Point the elbows down and pull your chest forward. Relax the tops of your shoulders and flex through your left foot. Extend through that leg really well. Maybe you lift the back of your left heel and keep pushing the heel forward. Pull the pinky toe side of your foot back to you. And then settle the back of your heel towards the floor. Breathing into spaciousness. Walk your hands back up that left leg, and take that right leg into your hands again one more time, cradling that leg, bringing it out and bringing it across, and bringing it out and bringing it across, and sit up really tall while you're doing this. Yes. Then take your right hand to the top of your right foot, push the foot into the hand, and extend the right leg out to the best of your ability, being mindful that the shoulder is not doing something kooky. Take your left hand, and you can just kind of pat underneath the back of your right thigh, the hamstrings a little bit. And then bend that right knee and stretch through that right leg. Just let it wrap against the floor for a moment. And now the left, bending your left knee, and you're going to pick up that left leg and you're going to cradle it. As you draw it in, you're looking to lift the shin, lifting the shin towards the chest and moving it out and moving it in and moving it out, and then moving it in, moving it all the way over to the right, placing that left knee down on top of your bottom right knee, squeezing the thighs together, extend through your right leg really well, and then walk your hands down the extended right leg. Take either side of that right leg and point the elbows down, pull the elbows in, flexing through your right foot really well. Pull the piggy toe side of your right foot back towards you. Maybe you try to lift that back of your right heel up a little bit off the ground and keep pulling the toes back towards you. And then settle the back of your left heel down and take a couple of moments. Pause, feel the breath. Pause, come back to your intention, the offering. As you come to the next inhalation, go ahead and walk your hands back up that extended right leg and lean back a little bit. Take that left leg back into your hands and bring it out and bring it in, and bring it out and bring it in. And now with your left hand on top of your left foot, release the right hand, stretch your left leg out and give those hamstrings, give that adductor muscle, the inner thigh, a little love. Maybe you can pat it somewhat. Yeah. Soften your left elbow, and again, be sure that your left shoulder isn't hiking all the way up. Let it soften. When you bend the elbow, it's going to allow for it to drop a little bit more. And then soften that left knee and stretch your left leg forward. Give the left leg a shaking out. Now we're going to come up to stand, so you can bend your knees. You can plant your feet on the ground. If squatting is okay for your knees, first come to a squat. And then from your squat, go ahead and bring your palms flat on the ground. Push into your hands, push into your feet, and take a nice standing forward bend. Keep your knees soft. Keep your knees bent so that your belly can release on your thighs. Feel free to shift your weight a little bit to the left and to the right. And again, let your head sway. Allow your head to be heavy to release any tightness, any tension in the neck, the upper back or the shoulders. And then slowly you can walk your hands back up your legs. Keep the bend in your knees as you rise all the way up to stand. On the next inhalation, go ahead and stretch your arms up. Look up. On the exhalation, bend your knees and forward fold. On the inhale, walk your hands to just about where your shins are. Lift your chest, open up, and then exhale, walk the hands down and folding into yourself. Such surrender in forward bending. Keeping a nice soft bend in your knees, go ahead and walk your hands back up your legs, coming all the way back up to stand. Inhaling again, stretch the arms up, look up. As you exhale this time, stretch all the way over to your left. Extend through your elbows, reach through your fingers and draw your navel in, reaching over to your left a little bit more. Inhale, slowly rise up, and exhale, stretch all the way over to your right. Keep extending through both arms, almost as if they wanted to press in towards the sides of your head. reach over a little bit more. Inhale, back to center, and exhale, bend your knees and forward fold. As you come to the inhalation, you're going to lift your chest, lift to a nice flat back. Again, keeping the bend in your knees. As you exhale, step your right foot all the way back, coming into your lunge. Keep your right hand down, stretch the left arm out and up to the sky. Soften that bottom right shoulder. Inhale, slowly bring your left hand down. Exhale, step your right foot forward and fold. On your next inhalation, go ahead and lift up to a nice flat back, opening up the chest. Very soft here. As you exhale, step your left foot all the way back. High up onto your left fingertips. Reach your right arm out to the right. And you've all had this adjustment from me. As you stretch that right arm up and you open up to the right, feel me just picking up that left front hip point a little bit. Really press the thigh away from the floor. Inhale, very slowly come back to center. Drop the right hand down. As you exhale, step your left foot forward. Two arms reach out to the sides. We rise all the way back up to stand. Big full breath in. Forward fold. Exhale the breath out. Lift up through your chest and just breathe here. Exhale, step your right foot all the way back. Reach that left arm out to the left and then up to the sky. Look up to your left thumbnail. Really stretch the crown of your head forward. As you inhale, drop your left hand down. As you exhale, step your right foot forward and fold. Flat back, lift and lengthen, and feel how the whole heart center lifts, not just in the front of the body, but in the back of the body. As you exhale, step your left foot all the way back. Lifting up onto your fingertips so that you feel that openness. Stretch your right arm out to the right and reach that right arm up to the sky as if the fingers were reaching out of the very center of your chest. Maybe you look up at your right thumb, but even if you're looking down, try to imagine the crown of your head stretching forward. Inhaling very slowly, coming out of the pose. Drop your right hand down to the ground. As you exhale, step your left foot forward and fold. Arms reach out to your sides. We rise all the way back up. Gazing up, look up at your thumbs. And exhaling, floating the arms down. Coming down now onto your seat. You can stretch the two legs forward to start and kind of shake them out a little bit. Maybe you roll through your ankles one way and then again the other way. You can move through your wrists and spread your fingers. Good. Now come to a comfortable seat, cross-legged or legs stretching forward, whatever you may like. Stretch your right arm up. Soften the top of that right shoulder down. And you're really rotating here, as though you were trying to make your right armpit smaller. So from the head of the arm bone, you're looking to rotate your right palm almost to the wall that is behind you. Now bend your right elbow. Bend your right elbow. Take the fingers to the upper portion of your back, like you're pulling the flesh in an upward kind of action. Draw your front ribs in. Stretch your left arm all the way out to the left, an internal rotation. Stretch that left arm all the way back and then bend the elbow. Slide the left hand up the back of the body. Don't worry about the left fingers catching the right fingers. Press your back into your left hand, the fingernails. Try to get them all 5 fingernails on the left hand. Press them into your back. Take a deep, full breath in here, and then as you exhale, start to hinge from your hips, as if you were going to come forward, but rather than letting the weight of the arm drop your head, press your head into your right forearm. Press your back into the left hand. Take another deep breath here, and then exhale and rise back up. Slide your left arm down first, reach your right arm up second, and then drop it down. Roll your shoulders out. Go the opposite way. Relaxing now in your upper back, your chest, your shoulders. Stretch your left arm up. And again, you're really wrapping the outer edge of your left armpit in towards you. Rotate so much that maybe your palm, it can face the wall that is behind you. Bend your left elbow and reach the fingertips to the flesh in your upper back. Squeeze your left bicep in towards the side of your left ear. Stretch your right arm out to the right, strong internal rotation. Reach that right arm straight back. At some point the elbow bends, and then you slide the right hand up towards your shoulder blades. Spread all 5 fingers on your right hand so you can fan the fingers out and try to press the fingernails into the back. Softly draw your breastbone in. Do you feel that? Press your front body a little more towards your back body and push your head against your left forearm. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, start to hinge forward. Keep pointing that left elbow up towards where the wall meets the ceiling, or if you're outside, up towards the sky. Push your head, the back of your skull, into your left forearm. Take a nice deep breath in, and then exhale that breath out. Rising all the way back up, slide your right arm down first. Stretch your left arm up second. Drop that left arm down and then rotate your shoulders up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. Again. And then go the opposite way, forward. Imagine that you're lifting the shoulders from your shoulder blades. And then sitting tall. Take your right palm to your left ear. Gently bring your right ear towards the top of your right shoulder and tuck your chin in just a little bit towards your chest. Now imagine that your left ear was trying to press into your right palm just a little bit. As you're doing this, chin is dropping in towards chest. Go ahead and stretch your left arm out. Imagine that you could reach your left fingers to the wall. If you're in close quarters and you don't have the room to extend all the way through that left arm, then maybe just bring that left arm around the back of the body so you're working your left fingers towards the outer edge of your right hip. Press the top of your left shoulder down. On the inhalation, slide your left arm out from behind you. On the exhalation, let your right hand slip off your left ear and then bring your head upright. Look over your left shoulder. Try to keep your chin parallel to the ground. Come back to center, inhale, and then look over your right shoulder. Come back to center as you inhale, and then we do the exact same thing on the opposite side. So with your left palm, bring it over the head, place the left palm to the right ear. Very gently begin to tip your head over to the left as though the left ear could come down on the top of the shoulder. Be mindful if you're hiking up that right shoulder, okay? Try to soften it down. Now drop the chin into the chest. Press the right ear into your left palm just a little bit and keep drawing your chin in. Go ahead now and stretch your right arm out, really extending through that right arm as if there were a button on the wall. And again, if you don't have the room to extend the arm completely out, then you can reach that right arm around behind you. Try to bring your right fingers somewhere near the outer edge of your left hip. Left ear is dropping down towards the top of your left shoulder. Chin is pressing down towards your chest. Take a deep breath in and release that right arm out from behind you, and then slide as you exhale that left hand over the crown of your head. Bring your head upright. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, look over your right shoulder. Try to keep your chin parallel to the floor. Come back to center, and then exhaling, look over your left shoulder. Inhaling, come back to center, and as you exhale, drop your chin down. Inhale, lift your gaze. Drop your chin down. Inhale, lift your gaze. Coming on to your back bodies now. We're going to keep the left leg straight out. Extend through your left leg. Bend your right knee and bring your right knee in towards your belly. Now you can begin, you're on your back, supine. You can begin with 2 hands on that right shin. Fingers are interlaced and almost like you're pressing the shin into the palms as opposed to the palms pulling against the shin. Now free up your right arm. You can bend the elbow if there's not enough room, or you can stretch through that right arm, but the palm is up. Left hand stays on right shin. There's your inhalation. Take it. As you exhale, slowly begin to move that right leg over the midline of the body. Go for the depth of the breath as opposed to what you think the depth of the posture may be. Okay? Understanding it's a breath-centered practice. There's such freedom in the breath, and right about now we don't necessarily have the word freedom so often in our vocabulary. You know, early in 2020 BC, before Corona, we might have thought, oh, when spring comes, this is what I'm going to do, and that's what I'm going to do, but we're practicing right now, so that in and of itself is a gift. Slowly come back onto your back body, and then again, pick up your right arm, and then bring that right hand, interlaced fingers in front of that right shin. As you take a breath in, lift your head and shoulders, pull your knee towards your nose and your nose towards your knee, and as you exhale, release the hands from the shin. Drop down onto your back and stretch your right leg forward. Bending your left knee and begin to bring your left leg in. Interlace hands in front of that left shin, and you can press the shin into the palms as opposed to the upper body bossing around the lower limbs. Really squeezing, cutting off in a sense some circulation in that hip flexor. Breathe into your left lower back. Now free up your left hand, stretch the left arm out, or again, bend the elbow. And even if the arm is stretched out, when you do the rotation, when you do the twist, it might be a good idea to bend that elbow if you notice that the shoulder lifts quite a bit up off the floor. There's your breath in, yogis. Take it. As you exhale, bring that left leg over the midline of the body and to the right. Take some nice deep breaths in, enjoying how the twist really lets us explore the exhalation, the letting go. Yeah, the letting go. Meeting ourselves where we're at is something that we think of quite often, right, when we're on the mat, but how often do we approach that kind of mindset throughout our day? As you take your next breath in, slowly come back to center onto the back of your body, and let your left hand now again join with your right hand and squeeze that thigh into the belly. As you breathe in, lift up and round. Bring your knee to your nose and your nose towards your knee. As you exhale, drop back slowly, releasing your hands from the leg. Let the foot come down and then stretch the left leg forward. As you inhale another breath, I want you to hook your thumbs, reach the arms up, stretch the arms all the way back, and as you breathe out, extend through your legs, really stretch your legs forward, flex through your feet, and on the inhalation, let it all just go. Close your eyes and now let the arms just press into the ground, not touching the sides of the body, close to the sides of the body, but give yourself some space. Allow your legs to press heavily into the ground and your feet. They can splay apart a little bit so that you feel a release in your hips, your pelvis a little. Continuing now to follow your breath. If a thought comes in and brings you to some other place, some other notion or idea, that's fine. Catch the thought with the breath and bring the mind back. And just keep doing that. Don't find yourself struggling with it, okay? No sense in struggling. Welcoming a soft inhalation. Acknowledging a complete exhalation. And feeling that pause in between the breath. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Appreciating there's contentment within that pause. Everything stops for that moment. As you come to your next exhalation, I want you to watch every aspect of it all the way to the end. Together we take that breath in and we fill ourselves not just with the breath, but we fill ourselves with the intention. We fill ourselves with patience and compassion. And through the exhalation, we let go of the intention. We send out our patience. We send out our compassion out into the world, the whole world. Not just the parts and the places that we know and love and mean something to us, but the entirety. Start to bring some movement, some motion back into your bodies. Little by little, you can make those movements bigger. Bending your right knee and slide that foot in, lift the foot up. And then bending your left knee and slide that foot in, lift the foot up. Let the arms wrap around the legs, hands loosely catch the shins. And then roll to your right side. As you're ready, coming back up to a seated position. Eyes stay closed. We touch our hands together in prayer and we lift that prayer to our heart. And we bow the head. And we honor the highest of the high within us all. Very important, because we don't see the world the way the world is. We see the world the way we are. So again, breathe into patience and compassion. Breathing into love. And let that conquer any doubts, any fear as we experience it. Breathing in, chin lifts. Om Bolo Satguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Namaste, yogis. Thank you. As always, thank you for your practice. Have a beautiful rest of your day or your night, and I will see you soon.